Hey guys, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me again today. This is going to be another one of our little weekend chats, and this one, I don't know. I actually don't have a reading for this one. I have a thought. I do have one little thing I'm going to read, but not exactly. I was about to say this is probably going to be a shorter one today, but sometimes when I get wound up and rambling, you never know where it'll go. So your mileage may vary. Name of today's video is Hate is Not an Option. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you take the time and hit that red button and then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. In a way, this kind of is a continuation of last week, the weekend video, Living Without Enemies, and that was about it was about a person that was about as hateful as could be, that was part of an organization that was as hateful as could be, and because so many people met his hatred with kindness, he changed his life. He became a Buddhist. I mean, he's a very lovely man. He's got a daughter, and it just shows, as he kept spewing that hate over and over against people, and he got lucky because most people don't do that. He happened to just keep running into these people that showed him nothing but love when he did that, and that's pretty powerful. It's not normal to me. It's not instinctive to me. It's something that I'm working on as well. So I shared this quote on Facebook last night, and it kind of got in my head, and I started thinking about it, and as today went on, I said, I think I've got an idea for, something for tonight, for Saturday night. This is by Amit Ray. We are all so deeply interconnected. We have no option but to love all. Be kind and do good for anyone, and that will be reflected. The ripples of the kind heart are the highest blessings of the universe. You see that? We have no option but to love all because we're connected to all, and to hate something that is connected to ourselves is in some ways hating ourselves. I was listening to a podcast, Tim Ferriss podcast, and I should have written the name down. I can't think of who she was. I really enjoyed it. It was one of those people, I didn't know the name, and it was about, I can't remember the name of the podcast either, or the title. Something to do with overcoming hate, more or less. But just, and it's not my typical, it's not, I clicked on it going, okay, well, I just, we don't have Wi-Fi in the gym basically anymore. And that was something that I had downloaded. Or no, wait a minute. Where did I listen to that? No, I was listening to that. Never mind. I listen to podcasts too much. I got podcasts mixed up. Sorry, I was just down at the park walking and listening to another podcast by Tim Ferriss. This was by Chase Jarvis, also another really, really good podcast. But anyhow, she was just kind of expanding on that hate and on the hate part of it. And as I got to listening more, I know what I was going to say. That's not my typical. When I first saw it, something about overcoming hate and whatever. It wasn't one of Chase Jarvis's ones that I was all that excited about. But I had, I'd listened to it anyway, and I was like, wow, this is really good stuff. And it just was timing, after that video last week, overcoming hate, not meeting hate with hate, overcoming hate. And yeah, she was just talking about that, especially the climate we live in right now, the political climate, especially in this country. People disagree with each other, but they have to hate each other to do that. It's almost like me being right makes you wrong, and if I disagree with something about you, I don't get into politics. I don't get into any of the debates. People try to suck me in all the time. They'll make some comment or they'll ask something in a thread probing of me, like they're trying to suck me into something like that. I don't do it because it's useless. It's useless. Politics, good examples of this theme I'm talking about. Politics, religion, and I had another one. And vegans of just different approaches. Listen, I want you to think. This is just totally rhetorical. Go within yourself. Have you ever seen anybody change their mind, their views, or their actions because somebody hated them. Have you ever seen anybody change those things? Because somebody berated them, told them how stupid they were, told them that was evil, screamed, yelled, aggression, you know, that kind of stuff. Nobody changes their mind. So it kind of always, I'm sitting there, and sometimes I'll watch these little battles, whether they're, you know, in the world, like if they're big, where you're watching them play out in public, or it's just people I know, and I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm like, that's just ego right there. Ego, pure and simple. Like, let me show you what I know. I know more than you. I'm smarter than you. I'm better than you. I can shout louder than you. But I've never seen any opinions changed. And you see it with those three things: politics, religion, veganism. I mean, you know, people have their, people will fight. I mean, that is a very touchy subject too, even to mention that. Look, guys, it's hot. We're in the summer now. There's going to be air conditioning coming on. It makes a little bit of a hum. Sorry. Or maybe it's not going to come on. But anyhow, you see what I'm getting at right there. Nobody, and vegans will be angry, and they'll actually argue with you why they get like that. But nobody, you can present a message, you can present a very adamant activist message, be strong in your convictions without, you know, hate, aggression, and trying to be overbearing on the other person. Because honestly, everything in life, I mentioned that one time before, it's like sales. Everything in life is like sales and marketing. Not that there's money transaction going on, but you're trying to convince somebody of something. That's all sales is. You're trying to convince somebody. You're trying to win them over to your way of thinking, to an opinion you have, or to, you know, a subject such as veganism. But so it's just counterintuitive. It's counterintuitive. So if you want to be, you know, if you want to be all the one of the light, love, and light type people, which nothing's wrong with that. Hate is not an option, because to loving people, hate is just not an option. To people that are not so much like that, that are a little bit more cerebral, they're good people, but they just don't process all that love stuff like that. It's just not logical. So even Spock would get that. And he doesn't have any emotion. It's just not logical, because we're all interconnected. We're all part of each other. So to hate a part of ourselves, that's, well, I won't say that would be, nobody would do that, but people do. They hate parts of their body, but that would be like me saying, I really hate my foot, that damn foot. That foot better start cooperating, or I'm getting rid of that thing. I mean, you know, what kind of sense would that make? But it's a simple message, and people talk about it all the time, but it bears repeating. It bears repeating. You know, it just is what it is. It is what it is. Meeting that hate with love and kindness is tough. It's tough. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't think of an example where I've done that. Now I don't have a problem either way, because I'm not around people all that much, but it's tough. I understand that. So it's something that you might have to work on, and it's probably something that there will be exceptions to that too, that sometimes somebody's gonna just push your buttons the wrong way, but we do the best we can, don't we? Anyhow, hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you again tomorrow. Peace.